Hi Titans.
Coach Jeff here. So welcome to Thursday's warm-up and workout. We are actually going to start this warm-up on the ground on all fours.
Alright, so we are going to start this warm-up with 10 cat-cows. So when you are in the cow position, really make sure you pull that belly button in, really reach and round through that back, and then extend, get that nice deep breath out. Sorry, I just couldn't resist. We're going to move on to some spinal rotations. So just put your hand on the back of your head, elbow up, and you're going to drop the elbow down to the ground and then twist up. We are going to do 10 on each side. Key here is to make sure your quarantine hair does not get in your way. I did not do a very good job. So we are going to just repeat that on the other side. Say hello to Nova for a minute because she obviously didn't care that I was filming this, and just continue to move through that. Just get that nice big twist, try to open up, get that chest to the ceiling. Then we're going to move on to some hip cars. You are going to do 5 each way on this. So the first way being holding 2 to 3 seconds in that fire hydrant position and then rotating to the back. And then you're going to reverse it, squeeze in that back position for 2 to 3 seconds, and then bring it around to the fire hydrant back to your starting position. So you'll do 5 starting with the fire hydrant, and then 5 starting with the donkey kick. And then you'll just repeat on the other side, doing 5 and 5. Then we're going to move on to some wrist stretches. This workout might get a little grippy, so we're going to make sure these are nice and stretched. So starting with those fingertips towards you, then we will turn those fingertips away, and I want you to shift back and forth 10 times. Trying to get that stretch and get that weight over your hands. And then put the hands together, turn them out to the side, and then just sway back and forth. Then we will move on to the flipped palm. You can lean back into this, get that nice big stretch. You can also do this one at a time if you cannot. Do both arms to get those elbows straight. Then we are going to move on to the single stretch, and we're just going to rotate that elbow back and forth on this one. We will do this on each side. Do about 10 rotations on each side, and then switch. Then we're going to stand up. We're going to do some Russian baby makers just to get the hips opened up a little bit. So grab underneath those toes, and then you're going to squat down, still holding onto the toes, and then big stretch through the hamstrings and lift that tailbone to the sky. You will do 10 of these. Then we're going to move on to Cossack squats. Hold about 2 to 3 seconds on each side. If you are flexible enough to rotate through the bottom of the movement, please do so. We're going to do 10 of these total. And if you cannot rotate at the bottom, you may stand up between each Cossack squat. So whatever your flexibility allows you to do, that is what I want you to do, meanwhile keeping that chest lifted. Then we're going to grab whatever object you're going to do the workout with. We're going to do 10 stiff leg deadlifts with that weight, just to feel some weight in our hands and to open up that back. Then we're going to pop it up into that goblet squat position. We are going to do 10 goblet squats. And then you will do 5 jumping goblet squats with that weight. And then you're going to repeat that 2 more times for a total of 3 rounds.
And that, folks, will complete your warm-up. Let's move on to the workout.